Welcome everyone to Clue 1 vlog. I want to go ahead and preface that this is your final warning that I will be exposing Clue 1 throughout this video. I will be uploading this video a week after Clue 1 is released. But if you do not want spoilers and you want to be left surprised, please click away from the video. I don't want to be responsible for ruining anything for anyone. But if you do not care, you aren't following along, you don't even know what MKAL is, then proceed watching the video to your heart's desire. Now, to go back to the point about if you don't know what an MKAL is, I recommend you checking out my previous video I uploaded a couple days ago, or actually a week ago. That is the MKAL introductory video. I do provide a little brief explainer about what an MKAL is, as well as the links to provide you more information about what it is. And then I went over my previous shawls in past years and the current yarn that I will be using for this event. I am going to start winding my yarn to prepare for Clue 1 to drop tomorrow. So today is October 1st of 2025, and this is all I'm going to be doing tonight since that's really all I can do. But tomorrow, the pattern is supposed to release early in the morning. I am Eastern Standard Time and Chiffon West is in Amsterdam. That's about 6 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time, I believe. So the pattern will likely be dropping around 4 or 5 a.m. I think that's what it was last year. However, I'm not going to be up that early, so it'll just be ready for me whenever I'm ready, essentially. So tomorrow, whenever the clue is dropped and I'm settled for the day and I have the time to knit, I will be going through the process of my initial reactions to the pattern. I would like to try to keep it somewhat mysterious. Like, you have two different ways you could go about this. You can either look ahead as soon as you get the clue, just go ahead and read the whole pattern, even go and look at the YouTube video and skip all the way to the end when he completes Clue 1 and just be surprised that way. Or you could follow the pattern line by line and even the video tutorial and not skip ahead and just keep it a mystery as you go along. Last year, I think I kind of just jumped ahead because I was a little too impatient and kind of excited to see what Clue 1 was going to end up like. And it does kind of help me understand what it is I'm doing as I'm knitting. I don't know if maybe some of you that knit can kind of get what I mean, but like sometimes when you know the end result of what it's going to be, if you don't understand certain stitches or terminology and you're trying to learn as you go, sometimes that end result helps you get a mind frame of what it is you should be doing to get there. Whereas if you didn't know anything about the end result and you don't know anything about the certain stitches or certain instructions, it kind of slows you down a little bit. I don't know, that's just me, that's my thought process. But I do want to try to like leave some mystery in this, and I want to kind of discover it as I go. So we'll see what my initial reactions are going to be tomorrow when I first look at it, since I want to try to keep it a mystery. But I will read some of the beginning instructions before I get started, so that way I know what to anticipate. I'm going to go ahead and get started winding my yarn, and then I will see you tomorrow on October 2nd. Hi guys, it's Clue 1 day, Thursday, October 2nd, and last night I decided to go ahead and wind all my yarn, as you saw, and get all that prepared. Got my scissors, got my needles, got myself a little basket, and try to keep it all in one place and organized because I can't stand to scramble looking for tools I need for a project and trying to find the yarn someplace. So this is my tablet. I actually forgot that I had these other 2 stickers that I can't, oh, I got them last year also. He gave us a lot of stickers last year. I only remember because down here at the bottom it says Prue Yarns. Yeah, Prue Yarns, and I've only ever purchased Prue Yarns the one time, which was last year when I got the mystery kit. So these definitely came with that as my goodies, and I decided to put them on my tablet cover. Tablet opened, ready to go, and we're gonna go to my emails. I'm not even gonna show the full pattern either because this is a pay-for pattern, and obviously I don't wanna just give away information for free that's not my design or my pattern to give away. And what do you know? I already have it pulled up right here. I was kind of tempted to pull it up earlier and I was like, no, I gotta wait till I do my vlog. So I went ahead and bought it through Ravelry. Why am I struggling to talk today? I think my tongue's twisted or something. Ravelry gives you a lot of links. You can go straight to YouTube, watch the tutorial. You can go to the Ravelry group where you can share your progress and join the community with others. And then he adds a want some musical inspiration while you knit. Check out my Clue 1 playlist. Okay, I might check that out. That sounds really cool. And then of course you can go to the link to download and update your pattern. So we're gonna click the link to download that pattern. I got those downloaded. So let's go ahead and open up. I don't know, do I wanna open up the spoiler alert? I kind of wanna see like what this is about. This is kind of interesting. I've never seen a second PDF with a clue before. And it literally says, spoiler alert. Steven, what are you up to, my dude? Why is my camera not focusing? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be cautious here. This PDF contains spoiler images to help you visualize the shapes and colors of Clue 1. We are knitting 6 scallops inspired by sound waves for modular construction. All right, this is starting to sound familiar, like 2023 GeoGradient, where we started off with a modular construction. Watch this week's video tutorial to assist with all the techniques in Clue 1. At the end of the video, I do show the finished Clue 1. See more spoiler images in the Ravelry group's Clue 1 spoiler thread. Oh, I'm almost able to see it. It's like a diagram. I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to spoil it? Okay, how about this? We're going to make an agreement to myself. I'm going to spoil it for Clue 1 just to kind of kick this off so I can kind of get an idea of like where we're heading. But then next week, I'm going to keep it a mystery. I'm going to like just knit it as the instructions say or as the video says and not skip it. I'm not going to spoil it. The week after, I'll determine if I want to spoil it again or if I want to do it as a mystery, and we'll kind of go on and so forth. I'm deciding that this week only, I'm going to just see what we're starting with. So, okay. So it's not like, oh, all right. We got some brioche in there. All right, I'm going to give you a final warning. I already technically did earlier and at the beginning of the video. Seriously, if you do not want to be spoiled, you do not want to know anything about this, please just exit the video and please just come back. Like, don't forget me. Come back. But I am going to be talking about it because I am spoiling it for myself. That is my decision. And I don't want to be responsible for ruining it for anyone else. So this is your last warning. This is really cool. Okay, so I thought it was going to be pretty boring looking because this is what I saw first. It just was a diagram. I'm like, really? Are we going to just do like color blocking garter stitch? Is that what's happening? Because that's kind of what we did at the beginning of GeoGradient. It was just garter stitch motifs. I was a little bored. But then I scrolled down and look at that. It's like a lot of details within those scallops. Okay, this one I'm glad I looked because this helps me decide how I want to assign my colors. It's easy with 2 colors like last year. You can kind of just pick either or, but when you have 4, you kind of need to know ideally like how do you want them to be laid out? How do you want them to look? Here's some other people's works. I'm gonna have to think about this for a second because I don't want to like assign a color that I think is a good idea at the time and then regret it later and then have to live with it or go back and redo the whole thing. I don't want to have to redo the whole thing. And this is the last page. All right, so that's Clue 1. I am excited, actually. Okay, so that's I see why he set a spoiler alert. You know, he wanted to make sure you're assigning your colors. Okay, so now that I've seen what it looks like, I'm just skimming through the pattern. It's pretty long. Oh my God, it's 16 pages. Guys, I'm not even going to guarantee I'm going to finish Clue 1 exactly by Clue 2. I do have an open weekend, so maybe I can make some progress on it and get ready to do Clue 2 next week. I will preface that I am going to be out of town when Clue 2 comes out and won't be back until that Friday evening, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have available to do anything during those 2 or 3 days, but I'm going to try to catch up for Clue 2 so that way I can easily do the vlog and have it edited and uploaded before Clue 3, because I do want to actually keep up with the whole process and be on time. Okay, so we've taken a look at the pattern. I've been spoiled. I don't know if that's the right way to say that. I have spoiled it for myself. That's the better way. And I'm feeling pretty excited now. I'm looking forward to giving this a shot and also upload this video that shows my progress. Also, this vlog is going to be more along the lines of just showing my progress, talking here and there about my opinions or my thoughts through the process. Of course, I do highly encourage everyone to get in the comments and provide your thoughts and opinions along the way and how yours is coming along. Or if you're not doing the MKAL, what you think about it so far. Like, do you think it's pretty cool? I'm going to go and get settled in the living room and get started on Clue 1. All right, guys, so I am getting YouTube started up and we're going to check out Stephen West's new video for Clue 1.
Welcome to Clue 1 of the Mystery Musical. We are going to use all 4 colors this week. So get all 4 colors wound into a cake, ready to knit this modular section. And it's such a star soloist with these background singers. So this could be A, B, C, D, or you could flip it. You could go A, B, C.
Okay, so I have needles in hand. I actually do have to run out and do errands, unfortunately. So I at least got like a little preview of the clue. Got my yarns all wounded up. Got my tools all situated. Watched the introductory video for Clue 1. So when I get done with my errands and come back, I'll be set to go. I only am mentioning this because the lighting is absolutely gorgeous right now. And I know it's going to be different when I actually get started knitting. So I just didn't want to cause confusion with that transition into that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with my errands and then come back and start on Clue 1. All right, I am back from running all my errands and I added some new curtains to my new glass sliding door that we installed in our living room. I had to go and get new curtains to put up because it's kind of creepy at night having this big wide open door and no coverage to cover up the door. It's kind of weird. Got the curtains, had to go and put those up. And then of course I got poke bowl. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had that before, but it's basically sushi, but all mixed up in a bowl instead of it being individual pieces. And you get to pick what you want. So it's like a cafeteria style thing. So you go up to the front counter, you tell them what size bowl you want, and each size gets a certain amount of proteins, which can be salmon or tuna or shrimp or whatever kind of like meats and proteins they have. You can even do tofu. And then you go over to the next section and they ask you what kind of toppings you want. You can get edamame, pineapple, what else? Cucumbers, green onions, all that kind of good stuff. And then a little further down, you can get imitation crab, seaweed salad, wasabi, ginger, some of those other little toppings, some sauces, and like crispy onions or crispy wontons or something. And it's all in a bowl and you can shake it up and eat it all as one big bowl, one big mess. Essentially. And then we also got smoothies at Planet Smoothie, my boyfriend and I got the PB&J Planet Smoothie one. Anyways, so I'm finally settled down. I've got Clue 1 up on the TV. I don't normally go by the pattern on my tablet because I'd rather just watch it and imitate what he's doing. And I've got the yarn in front of me and I'm all settled. I'm ready to go and I'm gonna just take it away. So I'll be checking in with you guys as soon as I make some progress. Alright guys, it is now midnight and I have finished only one scallop. And good news, I really enjoyed it. I liked the process of each section. It kept it very interesting and different. And I like how it looks so far with my color assignments. So yeah, that is the first scallop done. And according to the clue pattern, you keep your main color attached and you continue with the next one. So these are not separate pieces and then you graft them together. They are continuously made together through the whole thing. It is going to be repetitive, making the same sections for each scallop, but I really like what he called the welts, which are these white sections. Those are really cool. They're like they're folded texture. So that is the first scallop. I am very tired and I'm going to go to bed, and then tomorrow will be day 2, October 3rd, and I will continue with making the next scallop after I'm done with work for the day. And then this weekend I should have a lot of time on my hands to make some progress, maybe even get it done. We'll see. I don't want to be too ambitious about my prospects of getting it done this weekend. For the video, I slowed down the speed of the video. So if there were certain stitches he was doing that I had no clue how to do, and I wanted to see like what stitch he was going into and how he was doing it, I just slowed the speed down on the video to like half. And yes, it is draggy and it's kind of annoying because he's talking real slow, but I only did it for certain sections. I really needed that detailed look and slowness. And then I sped up the rest of the video. There was a good bit of garter and stockinette stitching, so it was pretty easy. Also to add, I did not do the brioche option. That's for this stripe section. He does give you in the pattern a brioche option instead of garter stitch. I've only done brioche once, and that was for the MKAL last year, and I hated it. I mean, I really just need to like gauge swatch practice it because it is hard, man. I mean, I can knit just mostly anything that I come across. Like I just watch some tutorial videos and just follow the steps and I'm usually good. Brioche is not for the weak, man. It humbled me. I skipped the second section of brioche on last year's MKAL shawl because it was supposed to be 2 sections. No, I did the eyelets or something. I was not doing the brioche again. I mean, to be honest, brioche can be done in 1 color or 2. Doing it in 2 colors, I don't know if it makes it more complicated or not, but it did for me. And I was doing it in 2 colors like the pattern said. That humbled me real quick. So I'm skipping that if it's an option. So hate to do that because I do like the look of brioche. It does look nice, but I'm not in the mood for it. Maybe one day I will. I've already yawned 5 times. That's my max. And that is my sign. I need to go to bed. I don't normally stay up this late every night, but I was just so darn excited about this clue and having gotten so much done today that kept me away from it that I was like, I got to do at least one of the scallops tonight. But yeah, let's see how tomorrow goes. Good night, guys. Good morning, everyone. I'm trying not to talk too loud because my boyfriend is asleep upstairs. So it is now October 4th. I made a little bit of progress last night after we got home from our friend's event. We got home around 10 o'clock. So I said, you know what? I'm going to stay up late. I don't ever stay up late much. So I'm going to work on the second scallop on clue 1. I did not complete it. I am almost done. This is what I got so far. And the lighting is actually wonderful this morning because it's 10:30 and it's very bright outside, but there is an overcast nonetheless. So yeah, I got the second scallop started. I am really happy with clue 1. It's very fun. It keeps it different and interesting. I'm hoping to make some progress today, and we'll see where we're at by the next check-in. So it's the afternoon of Saturday, October 4th. It is about 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and I am working a little bit on the clue 1. I did go out with my boyfriend and our friend for lunch. I've made some progress. I have started the third. Why is it so blurry? There we go. I have started the third scallop, and it's looking pretty good so far. I think after the third one is when I'll start going in the opposite direction to make the triangular shape of the whole thing, but we'll see after I get to the fourth one. I've been following along his video to a certain point where I can pretty much do it without watching. I just check the pattern, move my little highlighter as I go, count my stitches, and it's pretty easy, especially since I'm doing garter stitch for the middle section of each scallop instead of the brioche. So I'll be checking in with you guys again soon. Hi everyone, it's now Sunday, October 5th, and I just finished doing some stuff around the house, like cleaning our bathroom and other things that you have to do when you're an adult. So it is now 1 o'clock p.m. and I have the whole rest of the day to finally start working on scallop 4. I started scallop 4 last night, and I didn't really show much of my progress while I was working because I was in the middle of watching the UFC with a friend and my boyfriend, and it was until 1 in the morning. So I was pretty tired by the time I got done watching that and everything. But I'm going to be honest, scallop 4 is a little bit trickier. I was able to do the first 3, no problem. But the 4th scallop, I have to have like 3 needles working at once. So it is a little bit tedious. Not really my favorite method, but I know it's what you have to do to get the 4th scallop started. And I don't know if it's going to be like this every time I do a scallop or if it's just the first one to get it started. I have a feeling it's going to be every scallop because of it working the left side, and I've already done the right side. So I got the 4th scallop, then a 5th one branched off, and then one in the middle, which is going to be the 6th one. So we're almost there. We're halfway through, over halfway through. I have a feeling I should be able to get this done by clue 2. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, show a little bit of my progress updates while I'm knitting, and I will touch base with you guys again in a couple hours, which will be a couple minutes for you. All right, I'll see you shortly. Hello, it is now Monday, October 6th. We are 3 days away from clue 2 being posted, and I have made a lot of progress on clue 1. I finished scallop 4 yesterday, started scallop 5, and haven't finished since I had to go to bed last night and get up and do my job today. So I will be trying to finish scallop 5 and starting scallop 6 today. I'm going to be a little ambitious and hope that I can finish scallop 6 today. I'm not going to guarantee that's probably going to happen. It might have to be tomorrow. I tried to show as much footage of me knitting as I could for clue 1, but to be honest, I'm very hyper-focused when I'm knitting or crocheting. I'm not exactly distracted easily with a lot. I do like to watch TV, but I usually like to watch stuff I've seen before because when I watch something new, I can't concentrate on my knitting and crocheting. So that's typically the only distractions I usually allow because it's kind of background noise for me. Sometimes I like to listen to a podcast or listen to an audiobook, something that kind of puts some noise in the background because I hate absolute silence. It just creeps me out. So I tried to record as much as I could of my knitting, but I didn't want it to be too repetitive or too long-winded and it just being videos of me knitting because that could be kind of boring after some time as a viewer. So I mostly have done a lot of talking because this is kind of like a diary. I mean, it's vlogging. So the only thing I'm a little bit nervous about that's upcoming is I will be traveling while clue 2 is posting. So I will be traveling Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday out of town, and I don't know if I'm going to have any time to work on clue 2 or even start it. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to vlog, do anything for those 3 days. So we'll see. I hate to lose those 3 days for doing this. And then I'm going to have to basically play catch up when I get back on Friday. Now, thankfully, I do have the weekend and I'm off for an entire week next week from work. So maybe I'll have some time to just kind of play catch up on those days off. And then that way I can keep up the vlogging and get ready for clue 3 because I really don't want to fall behind on this whole adventure. Another thought that I had was I didn't think about this when I was doing the intro video to MKAL, but after I posted that video, I decided to play around with Canva and I created these cute cover photos for Instagram. I was wanting to make my own for my post because I wanted to be respectful to others that may not want to see what clue 1 looked like yet and use them to cover up my clues. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to post it to let other people use them if they'd like. So I did. I made clues 1 through 4, and I think I even included like a final, like a cover photo that says final, so like final thoughts or like your finished shawl, something like that. And they're pretty much free to anyone that would like to use them. I think I've seen 2 people use them so far because it did gain a lot of traction. It got 13,000 views, so I was super excited about that. And yeah, so if you'd like to use them, just go to my Instagram and take a screenshot of them and use them as your cover photo there for you to use. But yeah, so I think that's about all I got as an update currently today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on doing more knitting, and I will be checking back in with you guys as my final thoughts for clue 1 when I finish. All right, bye guys. All right, everyone, I have finally finished Clue 1. I finished this last night and just had a chance to record my finished